Can I eat your leftovers, ma'am? I haven't had a bite in 3 days.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. It's just that I saw you were going to leave the bread and half the fish, and Forget it. I'm so sorry. Have a nice day.
Wait.
Mrs. Montenegro, I am so sorry for this interruption. And I've told you 1,000 times you can't come in here. Let's go outside before I call security.
Don't touch her.
But, ma'am, this vagrant.
This young lady is my guest. Bring her a chair and a clean place setting.
Ma'am, that's not necessary. Really, I don't want to cause you trouble. People are staring. Please don't trouble yourself over me. I don't matter.
Who told you that? What's your name?
Lucy Sandoval.
Are you hungry, Lucy?
A lot, ma'am. I'm sorry. It's been so long since I had something hot that I don't even remember what it tastes like.
Ray, I want you to bring to this table the best dish in the house. The fresh fish, the soup, the freshly baked bread, everything. And dessert, the chocolate one, and water, and fresh juice.
For the young lady?
For my guest, and bring clean napkins. My guest deserves a proper table.
Why are you doing this? You don't know me. I'm a dirty stranger who asked for your scraps. People are judging you. That lady over there hasn't stopped looking at me with disgust. You're someone important. I can see it in how they talk to you, and I'm nobody. Why?
Because a long time ago, I was hungry too. Hungry for something money could never buy me.
I don't understand.
Someday you will. Now tell me, how long have you been living on the street?
8 months, since it all stopped. It's a long, ugly story, ma'am. You won't want to hear it. It'll ruin your lunch.
I have all the time in the world. And trust me, girl, I've heard ugly stories my whole life. Some I've lived through myself. Eat. Eat all you want, and if you want more, there's more.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. God bless you. Nobody has treated me with kindness in a very long time. People look at me like I'm trash, like I'm not human. And you sat me at your table.
We're all human, Lucy. All of us, those who eat fine fish and those who ask for leftovers. The only difference between you and me is luck. And luck, girl, is a wheel that turns. Lucy, do you know who your parents were?
No, ma'am. I grew up in an orphanage. They told me I was abandoned as a baby, that nobody wanted me. That's why I told you I don't matter. Because not even my own mother wanted me. Are you all right, ma'am? You've gone white as a sheet. Should I get someone? Do you want water?
I'm fine, girl. It's just that your story touched my heart. Keep eating, please. Don't let it get cold.
Ray, this is unacceptable. I've come to this establishment for 15 years. I don't pay what I pay to eat lunch next to a homeless person. I demand she be removed immediately or I'm leaving and never coming back.
Ma'am, allow me to introduce myself, Isabel Montenegro. Perhaps the surname rings a bell. This building, the one next door, and the 3 hotels on this same avenue are my property, including, incidentally, the space this restaurant rents.
I didn't know.
Let me tell you something. In all my years of life, I've learned to distinguish true poverty. And it's not the poverty of the pockets, it's the poverty of the heart. That young lady who bothers you so much has more dignity in her pinky finger than many of the people sitting in this room with their jewels and their upturned noses. So if the presence of a hungry human being ruins your appetite, the door is right there, and I assure you no one will miss you.
You did that for me. Nobody has ever done something like that for me in my whole life.
Well, it was about time someone did. Eat, Lucy. The chocolate dessert is on its way, and trust me, it's worth the wait.
Lucy stood in the restaurant light, torn grapes.
Tell me about yourself, but not the sad part. We'll leave that for later, when your stomach is full. Tell me the good things. There have to be good things, something you like, something you dream about.
I like books. At the orphanage, there was a small old library. With all the books falling apart, I read them all, twice, 3 times, some of them. I dreamed of being a teacher, of teaching children to read. I studied hard, you know? I got a scholarship to college. I was going to be the first from the orphanage to graduate.
And what happened?
Life happened, ma'am. People happened. Evil happened. I told you it was an ugly story.
That's okay, you don't have to tell me now. But I want you to know one thing. The fact that you're on the street doesn't erase who you are. You're still that girl who read the library 3 times. You're still someone who dreams of teaching. The street took your roof, Lucy, but it didn't take your soul. I can see that in your eyes.
Building mansions out of tears. Lucy, Lucy, come.
Why are you so good to me? I've spent 8 months sleeping in doorways, eating from dumpsters, hiding from men. People spat on me, screamed at me to go away, that I was a burden, a plague. I started to believe them. I started to think I really didn't deserve even the air I breathe. And then you show up, a stranger, and treat me like I matter. I don't understand. I don't deserve it.
Listen to me, Lucy Sandoval. You matter. Do you hear me? You matter. Not for what you have, not for what you wear, not for where you sleep. You matter because you exist, because you're a human being with a beating heart and dreams that deserve a chance. And whoever told you otherwise lied. Lied in the cruelest way that exists.
I'm sorry. It's just so good, and it's been so long since anyone.
Came just like sin, but lies can't break a mother's heart when blood is burning from within. Oh.
I have a proposal for you, and I want you to listen calmly before answering. So I live alone, in a house too big for one person. I have rooms that have been closed for years, gathering dust. I have a table where I eat alone every night, and I'm tired, Lucy. Tired of the loneliness. Come home with me, just for tonight if you want. A warm bed, a shower, clean clothes, and tomorrow if you want to leave, you'll leave and I won't stop you. But at least you'll have slept one night under a roof as you deserve.
Ma'am, you don't know me. I could be a thief, a bad person. How do you invite someone who just asks for your scraps in a restaurant to your home? It's dangerous. You shouldn't trust me.
You're right, it's crazy. At my age, with my position, I should be more careful. My lawyers would scold me, my accountant would tear his hair out. But there's something about you, girl, something I can't explain, that tells me I found you for a reason, that fate didn't bring you to my table by accident. Call me crazy, call me a sentimental old woman, but I trust you. And it's been a long time since I trusted anyone.
Why do I have the feeling that I know you from before? That your eyes seem familiar?
I don't know, girl. But maybe if you come with me, we'll find out together.
Lucy stood in the restaurant light, torn gray shirt and tired eyes, asking for the crumb.
This is where you live? But this is bigger than the whole orphanage, bigger than 3 orphanages. Too big. A house like this with nobody to fill it with noise isn't a home, it's a museum, an elegant mausoleum. Carmen, this is Lucy. She'll be staying with us. Please prepare the blue room and draw her a hot bath with salts. Find some comfortable clothes from my closets that might fit her. The blue room, ma'am? Yes, the blue room.
Calling even after they've been sold. Oh, Valentina, don't you cry. Your mother never said goodbye. She was waiting through the years, building mansions out of tears. Lucy, Lucy.
Valentina.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Montenegro. We did everything we could.
It can't be. It can't be. My daughter died. I buried her myself.
Ma'am? Carmen said I could come down for dinner when I was ready. Do I look okay? The clothes are beautiful, too beautiful for me. If you want, I can wear something else.
You look beautiful, girl. Truly, like a princess.
I've never felt so clean. I'd forgotten what hot water felt like. I was under the shower for almost an hour. I hope I didn't use too much. I'm sorry.
Use all the water in the world if you want. Come, dinner's getting cold.
Break a mother's heart when blood is burning from within. Oh, Valentina, don't you cry. Your mother never said goodbye. She was waiting through the years, building mansions out of tears.
I want to know everything. Every record, every name, every piece of paper. And most of all, I want you to find a nurse. Her name was Dolores Rios. She disappeared 22 years ago. Find her, dead or alive. Pay whatever it takes.
Money. I found Dolores Rios. The nurse you were looking for lives in a town 200 miles from here. She's very ill, ma'am. Terminal cancer. She has weeks left, maybe days.
Did you speak with her?
I did. And I'll tell you one thing. When I mentioned your name, Mrs. Montenegro, that woman burst into tears. She said she'd been waiting 22 years for someone to come ask her that question. She said she didn't want to die with this on her conscience. Your daughter didn't die that night, ma'am. The fever was real, yes, but the baby recovered. What happened was, there was a bribe. A huge sum of money. Someone wanted that child to disappear, for you to believe she was dead.
Who? Who would do something so monstrous? Who would steal my daughter from me?
This is the hardest part, ma'am. And I ask you to prepare yourself. According to the nurse confession, the order came from your late husband's family, from your brother-in-law, Augusto.
He did it for the inheritance. If Valentina lived, she would inherit. If she died, for money. He stole a daughter from his own family for money.
There's more. The nurse didn't dare kill the child. She couldn't. So instead of following the complete order, she abandoned the baby at an orphanage miles away with a false name and no papers. She thought at least the creature would have a chance to live. St. Rose's Children's Home, where according to the records you gave me, a girl with no last name grew up, a girl they called Lucy.
Are you certain? I need to be certain. I can't tell that girl I'm her mother and then discover I was wrong. It would destroy her. It would destroy us both.
There's only one way to be sure. A discrete DNA test. I have a trusted lab. I just need a sample from each of you. In 48 hours, I'll have the answer.
Hold on a little longer, my girl. Just a little longer, and then I'll know if God gave me back what evil took from me.
Ma'am, are you okay? You seem sad, distant. Did I do something wrong? If I'm bothering you, I can leave. I don't want to be a burden, really.
No, my girl, you couldn't bother me if you tried. It's just that I'm waiting for news that will change my life, and I'm afraid, so afraid.
Can I help with anything?
You help more than you know. Just by being here.
I have the results, ma'am. Are you sitting down?
Tell me. For God's sake, tell me now.
It's positive. 99.9% probability. Lucy is your daughter, Mrs. Montenegro. She's Valentina.
Valentina. My Valentina, my girl, you're alive. You're here, my God, you're here. After so long, a mother again.
Ma'am, did you get your news? Was it good or bad? I see you've been crying.
Lucy, I need to tell you something. Something very important. And I need you to listen with an open heart. Because what I'm going to say will change everything.
You're scaring me, ma'am. What's wrong?
That afternoon in the restaurant, when you asked me for my leftovers, it wasn't a coincidence that I was there. It wasn't a coincidence that your eyes broke my soul. There's a reason, my girl. A reason that neither you nor I imagined. 22 years ago, I had a daughter. Her name was Valentina. She was the miracle of my life. I waited years for her. I prayed for her. And when she finally arrived, I thought my happiness was complete. But when she was just 6 months old, one rainy night, she got a fever. We took her to the hospital, and the doctors told me she had died.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what terrible pain to lose a daughter.
Listen to me. Listen to me well, my girl. My daughter didn't die that night. They lied to me. They stole her from me. Someone in my own family, out of greed, out of inheritance, bribed a nurse to make my baby disappear. And that nurse, instead of harming her, abandoned her at a distant orphanage, an orphanage called St. Rose's.
St. Rose's. But that's the orphanage where I grew up. Where they told me my mother had abandoned me. That nobody wanted me.
Valentina, nobody abandoned you. You were stolen from me. I cried for you for 22 years. I searched for you in every face and every dream, and it turns out fate brought you back to me. To my table, hungry, asking for the leftovers from my plate.
No, it can't be. That doesn't happen in real life. That only happens in novels. I'm a nobody, an orphan from the street. You're Mrs. Montenegro. I can't be your daughter. You're wrong. You have to be wrong.
You have a mole below your left ear, small. Your father was named Edward. You have his same smile, that dimple on your right cheek. He painted clouds on the ceiling of your room with his own hands, weeks before you were born. That room is the blue room, my girl, the room where you've slept these 3 weeks, your room, the one I locked for 22 years because I couldn't bear to enter it. I took a test, a DNA test. I took a sample while you slept. Forgive me for that, but I had to be sure before breaking your heart with a false hope. Here's the result, my love. Read it yourself.
You're my mom.
Yes, my girl. I'm your mom, and I never abandon you. I'll search for explanations, I'll search for justice, but right now I just want to hug you. Come here, my Valentina. Come to your mother. My girl, my girl, my girl. How many nights did you sleep cold while I slept in a huge bed? How many times were you hungry while I had more than enough? Forgive me for not finding you sooner.
You have nothing to forgive, Mom. You didn't know. You cried for me, you searched for me. My whole life I thought nobody wanted me, that I was trash, that I was extra in the world. And it turns out there was a mother crying for me every day. I had a mother. I had you.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Lucy smile, Isabel smile.
I grew up in an orphanage. The winters were so cold with no heat. I worked so hard for that scholarship. There was a man. His name was Ramon. I met him in college. I fell in love like a fool. I had no family, no money, no one in the world, and he pretended to love me. He convinced me to put my name on some papers, loans. He said it was for a business of ours, for our future. He disappeared with the money and left me the debts, huge debts I could never pay. They kicked me out of my apartment, I lost the scholarship, I lost everything. And the debt collectors, the men he owed money to, started looking for me. That's why I lived hiding, why I slept on the street. I was afraid they'd find me.
That man. Ramon, do you know where he is?
No. I haven't heard from him in months. I hope I never see him again. Just thinking about him scares me.
Don't be afraid, my girl. Now you have me, and nobody, hear me, nobody will ever hurt you again. I have the money, the lawyers, and the determination to protect you from anyone. Those fake debts, I'll erase them. And that Ramon, if he dares to show up, I'll send him to prison for the rest of his days.
Carmen in the kitchen, bread so sweet. Children in the school dancing on their feet. Edward's name on the wall with pride. Sunflowers blooming side by side. Valentina teaching every child to read. Planting hope like a little seed. Grandma Isabel with happy.
She wasn't completely useless after all. Time to cash out. Mr. Augusto, I think you and I have interests in common. It's about your niece, the one who was supposed to be dead. Continue. I'm listening. So you're the boyfriend who ruined her. I owe you a favor. If you hadn't thrown her onto the street, she never would have ended up at that restaurant, and my dear sister-in-law never would have found her. In a way, all of this is your fault. And that's exactly why I'm here, Mr. Augusto. I created the problem, and I can solve it for a clear price. I'm listening. Lucy trusts me. Well, trusted me. I know her fears, her weaknesses. I know how to manipulate her. And you You have the power and the money to crush anyone. Together, we can make that girl disappear from Isabel Montenegro's life. No violence necessary. Violence leaves traces. What we need is something more subtle. We need Isabel herself to throw Lucy out of her house, to stop loving her, to believe the girl is a fraud, a gold digger.
And how would we achieve that?
Sowing doubts. Fake letters, manipulated photographs, a bought witness who swears he heard Lucy planning the scam. We make Isabel believe the girl knew from the beginning who she was, that it was all an act, that the encounter in the restaurant was planned, that her precious recovered daughter is a con artist only after her money. A mother who just got her daughter back is fragile. She's terrified it's not real. You just have to feed that fear, and she'll crumble on her own. I'm starting to like you, Ramon.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Lucy smile, Isabel smile.
I want to go back to school, Mom. I want to be a teacher like I dreamed. I don't want to live off your money. I want to earn my own place in the world.
That's my daughter. Of course you'll study. You'll be the best teacher this country has ever seen.
But happiness in life, as in the best stories, is usually the prelude to the storm. It began with a letter.
Isabel saw her across the room, like a flower fighting through the gloom.
What if it had all been a sham? What if the hunger, the tears, the leftovers had been a perfect performance? What if Lucy and Ramon had never separated and everything was an elaborate plan to infiltrate my heart and my fortune? No, the DNA test didn't lie. Lucy is my daughter. That was irrefutable.
She's my daughter.
Yes, but what if she discovered it before I did? What if she knew all this time and pretended not to? What if she approached me knowing who she was to claim the inheritance, and all her love is a lie?
Mom, is something wrong? You're different. Cold. Did I do something?
No, my girl. I'm just tired, that's all. Work things.
When I have the money, I just have to be patient. She trusts me.
I swear I saw Lucy and Ramon together, planning the scam. They were laughing at the old millionaire who was going to fall right into their trap.
Lucy, I need you to tell me the truth. Who is this man? Why were you talking to him? Is it Ramon? Did you know who I was before you asked me for my leftovers? You think I deceived you. You think all of this was a lie. You think my hunger was an act? That my tears in the restaurant were a lie? That I sleep under your roof planning to rob you? For a few days, I let myself believe that finally someone loved me for real. How foolish I was. What are you doing? I'm leaving. I'm not staying where I'm not wanted. I've lived it too many times. Keep your money, Mom. I never wanted it. I just wanted a mother. Stop. Stop, Valentina. Forgive me, my girl. Forgive me for doubting. For a moment, I let fear blind me. 22 years of betrayals taught me to distrust everything, and I almost let that garbage steal the only pure thing I have. But I look at you, I really look at you, and I know you're incapable of lying. No con artist would give up millions for a hug. Only a real daughter would do that. Only my daughter. You believe me? You really believe me? I believe you with all my soul, and I'm going to prove it to you. We're going to find out who's behind these lies, and we're going to do it together. Because you're my daughter. And nobody slanders my daughter and gets away with it, Mom. I want to know who sent these letters. I want to know where that witness came from, and I want to know where this Ramon is. You have 48 hours, Tellys. Pay whatever it takes.
They'll charge me with perjury. A man paid me to lie. His name is Ramon. Mrs. Montenegro, allow me to present Dolores Rios, the nurse.
I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, ma'am. 22 years ago, I committed the worst sin of my life. I accepted money from Augusto Montenegro to make your baby disappear. They told me to kill her, but I couldn't. She was such a beautiful, healthy little girl. I left her at an orphanage and prayed every day for forgiveness. I've lived with this stuck in my heart for 2 decades. Here's my confession, signed before a notary, and the recording of Augusto giving me the order, which I kept all these years as my only life insurance. Use it. Bury that man. It's the only good thing I can do before dying. You saved my daughter's life. You could have killed her and you didn't. You returned her to the world, and thanks to that, I have her back today. I forgive you, Dolores. I forgive you from the heart.
Hi, Augusto. I just caught a thief pretending to be my daughter trying to steal our fortune. I think you should come see her by yourself. This is Isabel Montenegro. I need the police at my estate immediately.
Oh, how terrible all of this is. I always warned you that girl was suspicious, a street orphan. What could you expect? You've done well to call me. Family must protect itself from harpies.
Tell me, Augusto, you who know so much about protecting family, what really happened to my daughter 22 years ago?
She died, dear. A tragedy. You know that well.
How curious. Because I have a recording here where you give a nurse the order to make her disappear. And I have the nurse alive with her signed confession. And I have your associate Ramon sitting beside you, who paid an actor to slander my daughter.
My daughter, Augusto. Valentina, the girl you tried to kill for money, she's alive, and she knows everything.
I wouldn't run if I were you.
Augusto Montenegro, Ramon Vidal, you are under arrest for kidnapping of a minor, fraud, false testimony, slander, and attempted murder. That girl will never be a Montenegro! She's a nobody from the street!
You're right about one thing. I grew up on the street. I was hungry. I asked for leftovers. But you know what I learned there? In the place you threw me, I learned that money doesn't make a person, the heart does. And so, Uncle, even if you keep everything, you'll always be poorer than I was when I slept in a doorway.
It's over, my girl. Nobody will ever separate us again.
Never again, Mom. Never again.